All right. I'm hoping everything's good. I am live and I didn't think I was going to make it. Didn't think I was going to make it. Yep. We had some parenting that we had to do right before the live, and that was fun. So, moving right along, as Mom would say. She's actually sitting on the other side of the room working on some hand binding for me. I made a wall quilt as a gift for my swap partner, who I am about 2 weeks late for. And she's wrapping up the binding for me so that I can get it out in the mail like this weekend. And I'm just going to move this down here so that it's closer. And I've got hair in my face from my glasses. Oh man, I am just not ready tonight. Okay, so we have 2 hours. Moldy Lasagna says I need the shirt. Down below my video, you can see all the designs that I currently have available in my shop. You can also get to my merch shop from my website, SEWBECCA.com, and it says, I think it's donate, and then it'll say merch shop, and if you go there, everything that I have designed, this is one of those, you can purchase on a variety of different products. So we are working on retiring some of the designs that are out there now and releasing some new ones in the very near future. So the Sociopath, I Love Sewing, Happiness is a Full Bobbin, and then what's the other one that I have? There's a fourth one. I can't remember what it is. No, you're talking about the other ones. There's a fourth one that I have. I don't remember what it is. But those are all in the process of being put into the merch vault. So if you've been eyeballing any of those designs, now's a great time to pick those up because they will go into the merch vault and they might come back later, but don't know when. All right. So what are we going to be working on tonight? Well, I'm going to be making the July Stars table runner from Cluck. So this is the kit that was included in the Ginger Quilter box, and I'll go through all of that in just a couple of minutes, but I want to talk on a little bit of things first. First of all, if you can hear in the background, oh, okay, good. It looks like the software is kind of, when I'm not talking, you can't hear it, but maybe you hear it while I am talking. Maybe you don't. I don't know. My mini split decided it did not want to work anymore or very well. So the prior owners had a few room air conditioners, not the window ones. They have the hose in them. And so we've brought that into my studio to help supplement the AC. It was 97 today and I could not get my room cooler than 80 degrees. And that's a problem. So we've got the guys coming out this weekend to take a look at it. Not sure what's going on there, but I am very comfortable now that we have the room air conditioner in here. So if you hear the noise in the background, that's what it is. Secondly, if you are new around here, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. I go live every Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time where I do some live project in about 2 hours, give or take a little bit either way. And we've got a whole bunch of folks here. We have a great time on Friday nights. I'm really happy that you joined us. Couple of things that you should know. Actually, the only thing that I really want to tell right now, there might be another one later, but there's a couple of folks that are in the live chat. They are my moderators. You can tell they're moderators because their names show up as a bold blue and it has a little blue wrench off to the right of their name. They have YouTube channels of their own, and they would love it if you would check them out. Tiffany and Teresa are usually the ones that are here, and then usually we'll get Eric and Ian. My mom is blue. She'll be Nancy Sexton in the chat when she jumps in. Right now, she's just sitting there working on the hand binding. She does not have a YouTube channel, but the other ones do. And if you do !friends, you'll get the command for each one of those moderators, and that'll give you information to their YouTube channel. Yes, the second thing. Next week, on Friday night, we will be live with Laura Lynn from Mom and Pop Quilt Shop. I have no idea what project we're going to be working on. All I know is she picked the fabric, she cut the fabric, and she mailed the fabric to me. So I'm going to host the live. We will be live on my channel as well as hers, so feel free to watch from either channel. And it's going to be a lot of fun, so I hope to see you next week. And then the last thing that I just want to let you know before I show you what I've been working on, then move into tonight's project, is a reminder excuse me, that on Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. I am still releasing my Bright Side blocks for the Bright Side Quilt Along. This was the Sew Sampler block of the month that started in April 2021 and ended in March 2022. Block number 10 is coming up, and I've only got 2 blocks after that before I put the quilt top together. I am really excited about how nicely this quilt is going together, and I am looking forward to doing another block of the month or sew along or block of the week or something like that after this. Not quite sure what that's going to be yet, so stay tuned. More to come. I'll let you know in the next week or so. All right. I want to show you something because this is really exciting for me. So we're going to go to the overhead camera, and I'm going to move this pattern out of the way because I don't want to give that away, but I want to show you that I have been working with scraps. And so this is a pile of scraps. These are, I think, 4.5, 5-inch squares. So this is probably like a 2.5-inch strip of fabric. And these are just leftover cuts that I could use as an extra charm pack. I was making some swap blocks for some friends, and these were the leftover squares that I got from cutting the squares that I needed for their project. And they were sitting over there. I haven't done anything with them, but this is important for me to show you because I want to show something else. A couple weeks ago, we had Miss Tracy from the Sewing Channel here, and she was walking me through scrum piecing. And she explained scrum piecing is basically crumb and scrap piecing with a purpose. And you can go back and check that replay. It's on her channel. It's on my channel. You can go back and watch what that is. She has lots of videos on scrum piecing. But it made me look at my scraps in a whole new way. I have tinkered a little bit once in a while with making very small quilt blocks. And that is evidenced by, I forgot to bring this over here. Hold on. That is evidenced by, dun dun dun, where did it go? It's in this pile. I know it. Here it is. About 2 years ago, I made this cute little quilt. It's in the pile over there for Mom to bind. I made this cute little miniature quilt. And each one of these little squares is 1 inch finished, I believe. And so the blocks are 3 inches finished. So I have a 9 patch of 3-inch finished blocks. And I really enjoyed making this little quilt. You can see it's already quilted. I just got to put the binding on it. But as I was looking at this pile of scrums, I realized this is a lot and I could do so much with it. And so I, this week, have been working on tiny piecing. And it's funny because I was showing these to Tiffany from Tiffany's Quilting Life on Marco Polo. And the whole time I'm showing this to her, I'm going, hold me closer, tiny quilter. Yeah, I can't sing. Didn't think that I could. But this is just a lot of fun. Now, I did make lots of 4 patches. These blocks are 2.5 inches. They will finish at 2 inches. But then I got brave. And I decided, I wonder what would happen if I made a super tiny 4 patch and used that to make a 4 patch. Look at this. This little red piece is 1/2 of an inch finished. Isn't that super cute? And then I wondered, what if I took one of these little 1/2-inch squares and turned it into a 2.5-inch log cabin? Now, my color selection here is not great, but the structure is there. And then I wondered, I wonder if I take a 2.5-inch, what if I make a 2.5-inch block made up of these tiny 4 patches? And then I wondered, I have one of these, this one in the center left over. What if I just put some borders around it? So this is what I have been working on today. And I have to tell you, I love tiny piecing. The reason why I brought out that other pile is because these were the ones that I started out with, right? These blocks were the ones that I kind of started out with down here. And then I started venturing into even more tiny stuff. And then after I finished these 4 blocks, this stack felt huge. This felt like a stash that would take me months to get through. And I was quite happy with this. I went through and cut all of this down into 2.5 inch, 2 inch, 1.5 inch, or 1 inch, depending on what I could get out of it. And I left them as strips. Or if I didn't have enough for strips, I would make it a square, but I was just looking to get the width. See, this is a 1 inch piece right there. I was just looking to get the width so that I can sort them. So I've been keeping this as a tidy little stack over here. And as I was getting ready for the live, I walked over to the long arm and then I saw this pile and I went, oh my goodness, this felt like I hit the mother lode. Looking at all these tiny little blocks, look how absolute, like I could make so much out of this pile. So that's what I've been working on. I think I don't know what I'm going to do with these, but I know that all of my blocks I want to finish at 2.5 inches. And so I'm going to show you what I've been doing. I've been using this 1.5 inch by 6.5 inch ruler, and I have been using this 2.5 inch square ruler, because everything squares up to that. And then if I absolutely need it, I have a 3.5 inch square ruler. Those are my cutting tools. And this 12 inch by 12 inch mat and pressing and cutting mat has been perfect for it. Absolutely love it. My tips and tricks for this, by the way, when I'm doing this, all of my pieces are pressed with the seams open because they're so tiny and it's so finicky, and starch really is your friend. So I wanted to show that off because I was super proud and super love them. So I'm just making a collection of 2.5 inch blocks out of those, and then maybe one day I'll put them into something. I did tell Tiffany, so one of the quilt guilds that I've joined, I'm going to put all my scraps back in this bin. One of the quilt guilds that I joined in the area is doing a quilt show the beginning of September, and they are looking for people to enter their quilts. Hi, Mom. Are you all done?
Yes and no.
Mom said yes and no. Okay. I'm confused by yes and no.
The binding is done. I don't think you're going to like the way that this.
Then don't do that. Just leave it alone. Just the binding's fine. Don't forget your needles on the back of that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I just don't want you to hurt yourself. So the guild is going to put on a quilt show in the beginning of September. I'm actually going to go. So if anybody's going to be in the Northern Virginia area, September 9th and September 10th, I will be working the admissions table on Friday and Saturday from 10 a.m. to noon. Love to see you. Stop by and say hi. But they're looking for people to enter their quilts. So I told Tiffany, what if I take just like 4 of those blocks and put them together and I make the world's tiniest quilt? It only finishes at like 5 inches. Do you think I could enter that? And she was like, yeah, I don't know. You could try. So anyway, let's get to the project at hand. You guys ready to get sewing? Everybody's saying hi to you, Mom.
Buddy, my legs are good. I started new therapy.
Okay, you guys heard all that, yes? Mom started her new therapy. Her legs are good. I think you said that from the last time you did therapy, your legs are down another 5 inches, so they're continuing to get better.
Yes.
It was funny. We went to get pedicures yesterday, and as we were sitting there and looking over, because you know how you do when you're getting, like, maybe it's just me, but whenever I'm getting a pedicure, either I'm like this, asleep, or I'm in a trance watching them do somebody else's toes, and I don't know why, but it's just, I'm just like, so I watch them do Mom's feet, and then she watches them do mine, so like we're like but I was looking at her calves and I noticed that her legs have definition again, like they've got a calf shape. So we're really excited about that. So thank you guys for all of your thoughts, prayers, well wishes, kind words, all of that. Yep. Absolutely. Everybody's saying that's great. And thank you for being her friend, she said.
And tell me what I'm working on.
I already did.
Quarterly.
Oh, yeah. So Mom also wants you to know that she is working on a quarterly newsletter that will be published to my website. So SEWBECCA.com, make sure to bookmark that if you haven't already. I think the first one we're looking to come out in July, and that's going to be more just like a letter from mom. She just wants a way to be able to get in touch with everybody, let them know what's going on in her world. This is completely from her to you. I'm not involved in it at all, other than hosting just a little corner for mama there. She doesn't want to do it on a video. It's going to be a written format. I am not doing newsletters. It's just going to be on my website. So if you want to read it and keep up with it, you can hop over to the website. All right, let's get started so I can keep up with the chat while we're sewing. I am going to be making tonight, at least starting, probably not finishing, but I'm going to make this table runner. This is the Modern Holiday Table Runners book from Cluck, Cluck. So there are 6 table runners in here. There we go. This one is called the July Stars Table Runner, and it measures 18 inches by 54 inches, though of course you could probably do half the size if you wanted to. It looks like it's going to be a pretty easy one, but I don't know that I'm going to get it done in 2 hours. So tonight we're going to start it, and if I don't get it finished, I will finish it off camera, and then I will show it to you when it's done. So let's go. I've got all of my fabric already cut, and I will say the pattern called for 6 red fat 8ths. However, I only had 5 in my box, but the cuts of fabric were so generous that I was still able to get all of the squares for the red that I needed and still have some massive scraps. So yeah. Susan O'Neill Smith said, I think that's the sweetest thing. I love Mama Nancy. Awesome. I'm going to put my hair up because I don't have a headband and I don't want it in my face while I'm sewing tonight. So
Tell them I will be in the chat momentarily.
Mama said she'll be in the chat momentarily. Teresa McBrayer said, what a great idea. Awesome.
I'm going to the basement.
Okay, Mom. Here we go. All right, let's go. So step 1, we're going to take, before we do anything, I'm going to make things a little bit organized. So I'm going to set my piles of, we have 2 sizes of squares for our reds. So I'm going to make my small square pile and my big square pile, just so that I have everything situated. And then same thing for the blues. These are not the same size as the reds, but they are 2 different sizes. So I'm going to put the bigger squares in one pile and then the little squares in a pile.
Whoops, sorry.
You're fine. So here we go. How many times am I going to say, so here we go tonight?
So here you go.
Let's count them.
Sociopath.
That's right. All right. So we've got our 4 piles of squares, and then we have our background. Joyce Baker says, I am currently making 3 quilts. I would say I would never make, I am currently making the 3 quilts I said I would never make. A raw edge applique, a selvage quilt, and a crumb quilt.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. All right. For step 1, we're going to take our small red squares and our, is this right? This can't be right. Hold on. Yeah, I cut these wrong, so I have to fix them. They're too big. I misread something. So I need to fix this really quick. So I'm just going to, I need to make 34 of these. So I've got 1, 2, I'm going to have to fix this. I did all that cutting last night and thought, man, I am ahead of the game. Well, it would have helped if I would have cut them right. So I'm just going to stack them up, and we're going to come in with a rotary cutter and cut through many layers all at one time. And I don't want to tell you what I have to clean them up to, though can't completely hide it from you, because the reality is it's not my pattern and I don't want to give anything away. So I'm going to try to not say it. Okay, that was too many all at once. Let's try it again. There we go. And I noticed that they weren't the right size because they didn't match the size of the background square I needed to pair it with. Okay. So how is everybody doing tonight? What do you got going on this weekend? Hello, the Beehive Buzz. She said, just got back from a walk with the hubs. Awesome. I am fixing my cutting mistake from last night so that I could put this together. Oh, geez. I thought for sure I was going to be good. And the sad thing is this is waste. I can't really do anything with that. So my cutting mistakes have cost me some fabric. It is what it is. I should only have to do this a few times. So we'll just do what we got to do. Teresa is resting. Monday is a holiday. It's a federal holiday. It's for Juneteenth. New holiday in the past couple of years. Well, new federal holiday. It's been around for a while, apparently. So we actually have Monday off of work. So this is kind of like a holiday weekend. And I must say, it's nice to have that 3-day weekend. I'm really excited about that. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. Everybody in the house, Mom's finally starting to feel better. Zoe's feeling better, but now Chasen's sick. So, yeah. Hello, Rich. He said, that's okay. It happens to everyone. Cheryl said, it's way too hot to go walking in Tennessee. Brenda said she's going to sew a hat with a fish on it for hubby's Father's Day gift. It's a free bucket hat pattern. That's awesome. Colleen said, I just realized I was behind. I'm caught up now. Awesome. So there are 5 red prints that I have here. Yeah, 5 red prints. That's all I got to say about that. Tomorrow, one of the quilt guilds in the area is going to have a quilting bee at the local library, and I thought it might be kind of fun to stop in and say hi to everybody. So maybe I'll do that for a little bit in the morning. I don't know what they're going to be working on, but I don't know if I'll even take my sewing machine. That's just a lot to pack up and take. But maybe I could take some handwork to work on. Tamala says she's working while crocheting a water bottle holder for when I'm out walking. Beverly says Sunday is Father's Day. Yes, it is. Okay. What is the holiday called? Juneteenth. Literally, like Juneteenth, all one word. I can't really tell you the history of it because I don't really know it and I'd just be ignorant speaking about it, but I think it has to do something with, I think it's like an African American holiday. I don't think I'm the right person to explain it because I don't know it and I wouldn't do it justice, and that's not fair. Okay. Hello, Tiffany. Sherlock So says your fabric is so cute. Yes, it is. Be excited. This is the Bang Bang something line. Oh, Red, White, and Bang by Sandy Gervais for Riley Blake, I believe. I'm almost done getting these squares sized down. So Ian's filled me in, and I will repeat what his message says because I didn't want to chop it. And now I feel like I could speak to a little bit more. Juneteenth marked the first anniversary of the day that the African Americans were the first African Americans first learned of the Emancipation Proclamation more than 2 years after it was initially issued. Got it. I wasn't sure what it was. I actually didn't even know that. So there you go. Thank you, Ian. But now I've given away that you're lurking in the chat. Sorry. Hello, Tracy. Did you see my tiny little blocks at the beginning of the live stream? Hold me closer, tiny dancer. Does anybody else feel like they're saying, Elton John saying Tony Danza? I mean, sing it to yourself. Hold me closer, Tony Danza. Hello, Roseanne. Welcome to the live stream. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Whoop, whoop, whoop. There we go. Sad. I could do so much with this if it were only bigger than threads. Okay, now that these are the appropriate size, I need to take 34 of these because we're going to make 34 of the next piece. So I'm just going to take 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, and I really like this print, so we'll do 34. All right, these are the 34 that I'm going to work with. This way it's all counted out, and I don't have to think about it. We're going to take a little white square, and we're going to put it to the right side of this red square, and it says, press the seams open for all of these. So we're going to chain stitch, and I'm going to give y'all this cool little jicky view. I like that. I like it. Yeah, yeah. All right, here we go. Oh, and let me fix this so that I can see the chat a little bit better while I'm doing it. And we'll have ourselves a little chat party, shall we? Let me just fix that. There we go. Oh, I just messed you up, didn't I? And I got you back. Here we go. All right, we're sewing these 2 squares together, red and white squares, which are the same size, now that we spent time recutting. And I'm just going to chain stitch them all. I'm going to bring everything nice and close together so that I don't have to reach. And because my pile of red is the exact size of what will be sewing, the exact number of blocks that we're going to put together, I don't have to think. I just have to sew. The most finicky part of this is actually picking up 2 pieces and getting the raw edges lined together. Hi, Terry. Moldy Lasagna said, when I got married on New Year's Day in '93, my daughter was 4, and that song was played. She was on the dance floor alone, dancing with a Mickey Mouse twice as tall as her.
Here's day and night.
No. I did not ask Siri for anything. So I'll take my watch off. Maybe I activated it. Thank you, Ian. Oh yeah, my nails kind of match the, he said those nails. My nails kind of match the fabric with this red, white, and blue stuff, doesn't it? I had them shape them differently this time. I had been getting them rounded, but they weren't making them as round as I like. So this time I told them almond shape, and I'm quite happy with the shape this time. Mama Nancy's in the chat. From far, far away in the basement. Hi, Sojourney. Oh, Gina says, Becca, Juneteenth was a Texas holiday celebrating when the Texas slaves heard about the Emancipation Proclamation 2 years after it was issued. Oh, that's what Ian said. Now it's a federal holiday. Hi, Pam. Welcome to the live stream. Did you guys see on Instagram today that I posted a video of me practicing some swirls on the long arm? Super cool. Was a lot of fun. I can't get that song out of my head now. It's stuck there forever. Hold me closer, Tony Danza. And I know I'm saying it wrong. But in my head, it's funny when I say it wrong. So you can just laugh with me. Hello, Tanya Ross from Virginia. I'm in Virginia too. Hello, Tanya. Oh no, Moldy Lasagna said, I was printing off the PDF for this, and I just found out that my printer hasn't been used in so long. Spiders were living in it. Oh no. Oh, that sucks. Is everybody else working on this pattern tonight, or are you guys working on something else? Are we all crafting our own stuff? Is this a UFO night? Is that what we're doing? I'm working on this pattern. Colleen's laughing with me. Awesome. You never know if what you're doing is making people laugh because I can't hear you guys laughing. So It's always appreciated when you put in the chat that you think something's funny. Because then I know that I didn't just fall flat. Hoping you have more lives making table runners toppers. Can never have enough. Yes, actually, I will be. So I've been thinking a lot about the live streams that I've been doing, and I definitely like doing a block once in a while. So I'll be keeping up with doing those, and I'm going to collect my blocks. I'm going to aim to make them all 9.5 inches so that you can put them into a quilt whenever you want. You can go back, watch the replay, watch me make a 9.5 inch block, and you can decide what your quilt is going to look like. Make the blocks you want to make. Don't make the ones you don't want to make. Whatever you want to do. But the other part of it is I realize with these live streams, it is very adventurous to feel like we're going to be able to finish a full quilt in one live stream. Most of the time, we're not going to do that. Probably never, I would say. But I do think that we could finish smaller projects. So once in a while, I may do like a series where we work on a block over 3 or 4 lives back to back, so that we can all do it together. But I think I'm going to be focusing a lot of my upcoming lives, not the collabs, maybe, but a lot of the lives on doing smaller projects that we should be able to get pretty near completed in 2 hours. And if we don't finish it in 2 hours, you should be within striking range of having the top done with a little bit of homework over the weekend. That way I get to have a finished project, you can have a finished project, and I don't keep you on a live for 4 or 5 hours on a Friday night. Plus, these are always great to do. Like if I start you out with the project on Friday, you can take the project over to Teresa's live stream on Sunday, and then to Tiffany's live stream on Sunday, and I bet by the time all that's done, by the time everybody's had their live stream, you might have your quilt top done, maybe even have it quilted and bound. So more mini quilts to come, which you could use as wall hangings, table toppers, table runners. So what I'm going to do now is give you the overhead project view. Move this over here so that I can see messages coming in. And I'm just using my little blade saver tool to cut all of these apart. And then it said we're going to press these seams open. I'm not going to take the time to use my iron to press them open. I'm just going to finger press them. And then I'm going to grab the next piece. Now, when we grab our next white piece and put it on here, it's going to be important that we pay attention to the placement of these. The red square needs to be in the upper right-hand corner when we do our next step. So this is what it's going to look like. We're going to open it up. We're going to finger press, though I feel like I don't need to press these open. I feel like I could press them to one side, but I'm going to listen to the instructions. This is what we're going to do. We're going to put this in the upper right-hand corner. So this is the way for you. And then below it, we're going to put this rectangle. And so we're going to make 34 of those. Cool? Cool. I am going to finger press all of these open and get them ready to go to the machine. That way I can just chain stitch everything all at once. I'm going to get them oriented so that the red is always on the same side so that I don't have to think. I can just sew. Ba-da-ba. Courtney says she agrees with me. Hello, Jim. I work with a guy whose name is Jim, and I always call him Jimothy. So if I slip and call you Jimothy, that's why. Moldy Lasagna put mothballs in something. Why did you put your mothballs in? Tracy said TGIF. Yes, TGIF. Oops, almost messed up my pattern. So Becca said, what if you and Tiff have back-to-back live vids and each take a part of the quilt and do it from start to finish? I think that's a lovely thing. However, I don't want to, we wouldn't be able to do that on Sunday because Teresa is live right before Tiffany. And I can't promise that I'm never going to go live when somebody else is quilting or doing a live stream or posting a video. But what I can do as a courtesy to my moderators is I try to organize and plan my live streams around when their scheduled live times are. So, for example, Tiffany has a standing live stream every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And right before her, Teresa does a live stream every Sunday night at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And so, out of courtesy to both of them, because they're here every Friday night and they help moderate my chat, which is just a volunteer action, and they're answering questions, the least I can do is to give them their airspace. And honestly, it's nice because I get to go and just hang out in the chat and talk to people, and I help moderate for them when I'm free too. So I don't know that we could do that on a Sunday, but that would be a lot of fun. And I've actually thought about not even just like Tiffany, like, I shouldn't give away all these things because then somebody else is going to do it and then I'll look like I'm copying them, but I'll say it. I've thought about an idea of doing kind of like a around the world type live stream, not an around the world quilt, but like a ring around the quilters type of thing where one live stream starts on one channel, and when that channel ends, the video or project or party continues, kind of like a rotating dinner thing on another channel, and you just go from channel to channel to channel automatically. I think that would be kind of cool. But I got to get a few quilters in for that. It's something that I've been thinking about and planning and talking about. I just haven't executed yet. Airspace. What's airspace? I don't know why we're talking about airspace. Like PBS does with New Year's around the world. Yes. I thought last year, I thought it would be really cool to do that as a New Year's Eve. Like, I could ring in the new year and then somebody else could ring in the new year. Like, that's an hour behind me. And then somebody after that could do it for an hour behind them. And then, like, it could close out with somebody on the West Coast. But I thought of the idea way too late to actually put it in the works. So by the time I had actually thought about it and wanted to start talking about it, everybody already had their own 3 or 4 hour live stream scheduled to go from like 8 or 9 o'clock on and ring in the new year like that way. So maybe this year. We'll see. All right. This is the last one that I'm finger pressing. Oh, you wanted to give them airspace. Reason for your scheduling. Yes, sorry. Got it. Yes, airspace. I want to give people that are moderators a chance to be able to have their live stream without having to compete with my timing. Hello, Joyce. All right. Oh yeah, crafters. Julie said crafters used to do that on Periscope. They called it a train. Yep, yep, yep. All right, so I'm just going to make sure I have these oriented the right way. I do, and I'm going to come over to the machine, and we're going to stitch my rectangle onto my little 2-patch, and we're going to do this to all 34 pieces, and we're just going to chain stitch. Vicky said she's eating the last piece of cheesecake with cherries. Yum. That sounds delicious. I have been craving about a month ago, maybe a little less than. I went into Harrisonburg. We went to see the in laws on a Saturday, and my sister in law and I went to a new ice cream shop that it was out just outside of town. And I got a black raspberry ice cream cone. Oh, just a single scoop in a cake cone. And I have really been wanting that ice cream cone again. A black raspberry would be nice. Or a chocolate peanut butter cup type concoction. Or like a moose tracks. All of those sound absolutely delicious. Whoa, hold on. We got lots of heart hands. Oh, hello, Ellen. I just looked over and I saw like 50 hands waving. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing? Oh, yeah, Ellen, do you want to tell people about your birthday giveaway? I know you emailed me about that. I haven't replied. Now would be a great time to just type out what's going on. She's doing some sort of birthday giveaway, raffle, something on her channel. You guys can go check out the details there. She can also answer your questions in the live chat. I am not sponsoring the giveaway by any means, but if you want to check out what she's doing, I'm sure she's got a video or something on it. Ooh, Sherlock Sews says, I just ate a nutty, buddy. Bays H said, yum. Tracy said, girl, stop. I'm about to DoorDash Dairy Queen. That actually sounds like a great idea. To think they can deliver a blizzard while I'm on the live stream? I'm kidding. Not going to order DoorDash for Dairy Queen. Yep, okay. Mission Barbecue is on its way here, Moldy Lasagna says. I love me some Mission Barbecue. Do they have the banana pudding out yet? Delia says, we went to a new ice cream shop that opened in town. They have been so busy, they were having to restock. We tried this week. We actually did go out for ice cream one night. And we went to a place called the Frosty Moose in Manassas. They do soft serve. It was okay. But I was expecting a hand scooped, and so it threw me for a loop. I was like, oh, okay. It was good. It was yummy. But it wasn't the hand scooped ice cream with the chunks and stuff in it that I was expecting. It was soft serve flavors. Tracy said, I am ashamed to say that we have DoorDash to Dairy Queen. I haven't had a blizzard in forever. Hold me closer, try to answer. Ah. Mission Barbecue is a restaurant. They have amazing barbecue. I love it. I really like their salmon and the ribs. Those are my favorites. I can just get the salmon and the ribs and I don't even need the sides. but they do once the sides and the desserts, they switch out because they're seasonal. So like in the summertime, one of the desserts that they'll bring out will be banana pudding, and they'll have that for a limited time. And then the banana pudding goes away, and they might bring out like apple pie in the fall, like things like that, apple cobbler, something like that. But the banana pudding, oh, I'll tell you what, banana pudding is my absolute weakness. I love it. Oh my goodness. Oops. I'm getting through it. And then these seams it wants pressed open too. So what I will probably do is after I've sewn all of these together, I will probably press with the iron for my next step. Get over there. Having a hard time getting the pieces of fabric to peel off of one another. Wait, why is there somebody in my driveway? Must be an Amazon delivery. Hey dude, subscribe. There we go. Am I air sewing? Yes, but only for 2 pieces. Okay. I'm air sewing for 2 pieces. No, the raffle's not here, guys. The raffle is on Ellen's channel. You'll have to, if somebody, one of the moderators could put Ellen's channel in the chat, that would be greatly appreciated. You'll have to go to her channel to find all the details. Thank you. Not a raffle here. She's selling raffle tickets for $10 a piece, I think. No raffle here. The Ellen is doing a birthday raffle on her channel. And that's why I wasn't talking about it, because I don't want people to think that it's my raffle. But she wants people to know that she's doing it, so you guys can ask her questions and go to her channel to find out the details for her raffle. Oops, I dropped my snips. Tracy said, "Oh no, I hate air sewing. Such a bummer." That's okay. Oh, am I now not threaded? I am also now unthreaded. So let's fix that. While I'm at it, let me just wipe down. Just look at how dirty that gets. Like, I actually got some of that on a quilt that I was trying to wrangle underneath here. I don't know why that gets so dirty, but it does. Tiffany says hers gets like that too. So it's not just me. But if I don't wipe that down every so often, it can get on white fabric when I'm wrestling lots of stuff underneath the machine. Ooh. Baby girl is thirsty. She wanted a little drink. All right. And of course, I dropped the snips, which I now need to snip my thread. Oh, goodness. Can't reach. Here we go. And boom. There we go. Is that better? Yes. Okay, good. I noticed the other day that I am less than 1,500 away from 15,000 subscribers. So I haven't shared this yet, but there will be communications coming out about this. When I get to 15,000, I'm going to give away a $100 gift card to Fat Quarter Shop. So if you are not already subscribed, I would love it if you would do that. We're less than 1,500 folks away. I think we're like 1,300, something like that. So just heads up, there will be a $100 gift card to Fat Quarter Shop given away when I get to that 15,000 number. And it will not be done on a live stream. It will be a traditional raffle where once I hit that threshold, I'll open up a form on my website, you'll go fill it out, and I'll pull a name from the entry forms. So everybody will have a chance to win this. It won't just be if you're watching live. So if you haven't shared my channel recently, now would be a great time to do that. It'll help us get to that 15,000 mile marker a little bit quicker. Tacos. Yum. That sounds good too. I'm going to have to take a water break. I'm getting a little parched. I didn't bring my bottle of water in here tonight. Oops. Uh-oh. I have a white piece here that has some selvage on it. You know what? We're going to use it anyway. I think the selvages will end up getting hidden, for the most part, in the scene. So we're going to use it. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be totally fine. It's fine. It's fine. Don't do it, girl. I did it. Oh, and I didn't need to. So I'm going to take that out and put a different piece on since I didn't have to. Don't do it, girl. Don't worry. I'm not going to do it. I'm just thinking about it. There we go. There. That's a piece that can go in my crumb bin. Thank you, Karen. I appreciate it. There we go. Now we're going to go back to the overhead and we're going to cut all these apart. Water and stretch, Teresa said. It's been an hour. All right, let me separate these first and then I will pause the live stream to walk into the kitchen and get some ice water, which will help me stretch my legs and my hips. And you guys should take a stretch break too. Thank you for reminding me. I'm just going to snap all these apart first. Mom said DoorDash. I'm not doing DoorDash for water, Mom. All right. I'll be right back. I'm going to mute the microphone because because I don't think it'll come through okay. And we'll just go back to here. We'll be right back. Okay, now that we have all those done, we are going to press them with my iron, which is still turned on. That's a good thing. It says we're going to press these all open, so that's what I'm going to work on. I don't know. I feel like I don't need to press these open, so I'm going to take a shortcut because pressing them open is going to take me more time. So instead of pressing them open, I am going to press it over towards this rectangle of the background. So all I'm going to do is lay them both out. I think we'll be okay. If I need to press a seam open later, I'll go back and fix it, but I really think this is going to be okay. And sometimes I think, like, when you've been pressed, just because you pressed open once doesn't mean you should always do it. Like, in this case, I feel like we are putting less bulk in by pressing over to that rectangle because we're not adding more fabric on top of the seam that was already over there. We're putting everything over behind that rectangle. I don't know if anybody else agrees with that. Maybe I'm wrong, but... So, Becca, can you please adjust your mic? Please, it's too loud for my deaf ears. Okay. Is that better? Gosh, I wish you would have said something an hour ago. Your mic is in your shirt. Oh, I see. Adjust your mic. I see. You know what? We're just going to set it here. Is Mike okay? Can you guys hear me okay? Is it? Oh, it was muffled. I see. I see. Sound is good. Okay. I understand. I understand. I didn't see that. Thank you. But I did set it down there so that that doesn't happen again. Thank you. What I thought was happening is that the I thought that the sound quality was horrible the whole time. I was like, oh no, you've been dealing with bad sound for an hour. You could have said something. Nope, that wasn't it. It's a little low now. Okay, I'll bring you back. Hold on. Just put you up here. Okay, all better? Should be all better now. I'm going to put you back down though, because I don't like it hitting right there. There we go. It was just because I got up and moved around. That's what did it. Hello, Sean, the guy who sews. the microphone should be all better now. So just waiting to make sure, because I put it right back where it was. Everything's good now. I'll just sit here and keep pressing and keep talking so that you can hear it's better. Yay! It's good. Awesome. Thank you. Better. Thank you, Mom. Hello, Sean. How are you doing? Are you going to be able to make it up, do you think, for the quilt show in September? Terry says, so Becca, I am attempting to make a jelly roll race into a queen size quilt. I'm going to divide vertically into 3, then border like crazy. Think it will work? I do think it will work. And I would love to see a picture of it when you make it work. Oh, that's where I started air sewing, guys. So we'll set that aside. I need to fix that one. It's only half sewn. That's awesome. Send me an email once you get everything figured out. Maybe we can meet up and have some coffee. Be cool. Do you have a sew along that I can look back at? Yes, Ellen, I have lots of them. If you go to my channel, down at the bottom of my, I have all of my videos separated into sections on my channel so that you can find them. There is a section for active sew alongs, past sew alongs, but you can also get to them very easily on my website. If you go to my website, there's a section in the menu that says sew alongs, and if you click on it, it'll show you a link to a playlist for all of my active sew alongs, and that's at the top, and then my inactive sew alongs, meaning the ones that I finished, are at the bottom of that page. I've tried really hard to make my website look be easy to navigate, look clean, and make it kind of like a landing page for my social media content, primarily YouTube right now. But if there's ever anything you're looking for me and you don't know where to go, you can't find it, always go to my website. You'll find something there if I have it. And then if I don't have it at all, you can always ask. Hello, Donna. All right, now all of those are pressed. The quilt show in September is going to be in Manassas, Virginia. It is on September 9th and September 10th from, I think, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Time at the Manassas Baptist Church. It is being hosted by the Stone House Quilters Guild. I think tickets are like $5 or something. I can't remember. And there will be raffles and prizes and lots of fun things. And I will be there from 10 a.m. to noon on Friday and Saturday working the admissions table. All right. So now that all of these are pressed and sewn together, this is what we're working with. Why did I have to do that? As a reminder, this is what we're making. We made 34 of these, and now we're going to set them aside, and we're going to take our red squares and, oh gosh, are these not the right set? They are, okay. And our blue squares, and we're going to make 18 4 patches, which means I need 36 blue and 36 red. So I'm just going to count them out. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36. Awesome. Make sure I have 36 here too. Planning on tending for a while. Awesome. Donna, stop by and say hi. 2, 4. Are you going to put any quilts in? 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36. Now, I don't like these as well as I like those, so I'm going to take these two out. All right, now I'm going to use these to make some 4 patches, so I'm going to start by just sewing 2 by 2s, a blue and a red, 36 times. Doop doop doop, doop doop doop, doop doop doop, 36 times. Where in Virginia? Northern Virginia. It's actually in Manassas, so about an hour outside of DC. I'm not worrying about direction for any of these. I'm just going to sew it together. This is going to be super scrappy when it's done. We're just going to put 1 red and 1 blue together. Sure. I will actually put all of the information, Donna. She's saying send me the information so I can come. What I will actually do is put all of the information on my website, and then you guys can hop over there, get all the information from the website. It'll be there for you to get. And then yeah, just go check out my website and get it there. My chin is rubbing. There we go. I don't like that, so that's why I try to put it a little bit lower. This could be fun for the locals. I think it's going to be great. If anybody's planning to travel to the Virginia area, stop in and say hi. If you're here already, come and hang out. If you live near Pat Sloan, drag her to the quilt show. Marie says, I have been faithfully following this channel for a long time and watched several videos a week, but I guess why do you feel like you don't fit in? What happened? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Who said what to Marie? What happened here? I can see Pat Sloan being dragged. Somebody go get her. Oh, Natalie says, I don't sew, but I love watching your videos. It makes me want to learn. You can learn. You can do it. You can do it. Oh, it might be my chance to invite her to the quilt show with me. Pat Sloan doesn't even know who I am. Well, no, that's not true. I said hi in her video once. She has at least read my name one time. Sean said, Marie, everyone is welcome here. Even crazy Aussie guy slowers. Sewers, not slowers. Marie, you're here. You're fine. I don't even know if she's still in the chat. I wonder if she just left. Interesting. Oh well. I'm not sure what happened there. Sad. Bum, bum, bum. I think she mentioned that something she posted on the Facebook page and it was removed in the group. Okay, I'll go take a look. Hold on. Because let me just look really quick. Give me a second. Let me go find out what happened in the Facebook group. And maybe this is a good time to share. So if you guys are in the Facebook group and you want to share a picture, go do that now and I will share it. I'm going to go look at the admin activity because they're the only ones that have the ability to remove something from the group. I can actually see what gets removed by the admins. So if something was removed, I'll see it. One post removed. Oh, but that was me deleting SEWBECCA's post. No, nothing else has been removed from the group. So not sure what's going on there. And is Marie even still in the chat? She said what she said, and I haven't seen her say anything else after that, even though everybody's talking to her. So I'm not sure what happened there, but I don't see any other moderator activity. I don't see anything that was removed. Unsure what's going on. Maybe it was just a hiccup. It is what it is. Let's take a moment since I'm in the Facebook group to do a little bit of sharing. I can show you guys what has been going on. I got to grab Safari. And then I'll get back to sewing after I do this. Gotta find it. Where did it go? Here it is. Awesome. Bring it back. Bring it back. There we go. Just like that'll work. Okay. Well, just because you can tag her, that just meant she was recently active in the chat. Doesn't mean that she's still here. And if somebody's watching and they're not typing, you can't tag them, but they're still here. So Marie, if you can hear us, please email me, Becca@SEWBECCA.com, and I'll look to see what happened. I don't see that there's any post of yours in the Facebook group that has been removed. So be interested to know what happened. Maybe it was just a misunderstanding. All right, so what we've got here, just showing off the chat a little bit, or showing off the Facebook group a little bit. Courtney Sturbens says, I designed this pattern and now trying to complete 8 placemats for my mom's dining room table for 4th of July. And Denise Hale says, following along with the live, I have my first star done. No pattern for the table runner, so I'm just going to wing it. That looks great. Why is another car coming up my driveway? My mom Mom, your DoorDash is here. Dana says, 6 weeks ago, Becca inspired me to set aside my fear of free motion quilting and give it a try. I am so proud to share the outcome of my progress. I've made my first ever free motion quilted block into sofa cushions for my mom. They are a match for my table runner I made for her earlier. Did you really get DoorDash?
I got you an ice cream.
Oh my goodness. Well, he's right there. Go get your ice cream. You can just turn that down so I don't get feedback. Okay. That's really pretty.
And I got some for
Okay. Well, he's right there, so.
making my way.
Mom did DoorDash ice cream, just so you know. Hello to all quilter. Okay, you guys go check out Ellen's channel. I'm not going to go through that right here on a live. There is that table runner, which is gorgeous, by the way. That's really beautiful. There's the live stream. Oh, improv quilt block. I love it. Yes. Vicky McFarland says, this is my first time to try cutting and sewing the Mariner's Compass. This is going to my sister-in-law. It will have metallic gold medallion in the middle. I have watched Laura Ann Coy make this one, so I bought the book, ruler included. It took me several tries before getting the smaller beige pieces to fit, but after I tried this way and that, it finally came together correctly, so I could make sure all was good before I get ready to sew. I'm also making a starburst that Donna Jordan has a video on. I'm making it with a Thanksgiving theme on one side, and on the other side it will be a Christmas theme. That's awesome. Dana says, free motion quilting. Oh, this is from May 16th. We're just going to pass over it. But by the way, those are gorgeous. Denise Hale said, excuse me. My mom walks outside, left the door wide open, and all the bugs just started coming in. The bugs were coming in. It's okay. No, it was wide open. It was wide open. Denise Hale said, next quilt, so delightful. This is my practice block. Top is finished. Thanks to Tiffany's Quilting Life for the awesome quilt pattern. Okay, let's refresh and see what other blocks and things are in here. Virginia Greenier said, stop talking about food. You're making me hungry. Oh my, Stephanie Harris worked on my long arm Tuesday. I finished this EPP hexie called Diamond Dust Pillow by Paper Pieces. And Stephanie is in the chat as Memoirs of a Long Arm Quilter. That's gorgeous.
This is yours.
Okay, but I'm doing a live stream
I didn't open it.
in the freezer. Oh, wait. Laura says, would love to see a live with Becca and Okla Roots. I would love to see that happen too, because I feel like Jess and I could just be on a live stream talking about fabric and Disney. Like, that's nice. Mom's very excited about ice cream, and I'm doing quilting. She's like, look, I got ice cream.
So we heard.
Okay. Angel Moss, I've had a rough couple of weeks, but I'm finally sewing again. Almost finished with this kit I won from Becca's birthday live stream. Yay! I actually have that one. I pieced that. I didn't do the applique hearts, but I pieced it and I gave it to Mom to quilt. She quilted it on my baby lock, and it's sitting in the pile of quilts that she's going to bind before she goes home. So that's cool. Yay! Lisa Post, one of 2 new kitchen chair cushions. I love that. Sheila Gage has a patriotic runner. That's very pretty. Janet Nolson making 2 exploding heart quilts, and I cut all the fabric wrong, but I'm making it work. I actually want to make one of those. I've seen them. They're just gorgeous. Nancy Gus has my fur baby's jacket I sewed. Nancy Guess, sorry. I'm so sorry. Anthea Cabral, 15 pinwheels to go. Last week's 15 suns. Wow. So pretty. And that background fabric looks like it has a shimmer to it. Working on a tote just because. I love that fabric. Who did this? Tara Lee, is that how I say it? Gina Cole shared a link. This is for Terry Luxon, so go check that out. This is the pattern she was telling you about. Making some placemats. I love your kitchen island. Lisa Gardner, someone was talking about a bucket hat. I made this today from a YouTube video on Okla Roots channel. It's reversible and it took me about 3 hours, and I love Okla Roots. FYI. Big fan. Refresh one more time, and then we'll get back to sewing. Dun, dun, dun. I don't think there's anything else new. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. We'll do another sew and share at the end of the evening, so don't worry. If you didn't get something shared, we'll get to it. But right now, I want to keep sewing. Oops, that's what I want to do. I want to keep sewing these little 2 patches together because I'm going to make these 2 patches into 4 patches. So we're going to continue pairing a red and a blue square together. And then we're going to press them all towards the blue. Oh, it says to press towards the red. Yep, so we'll press them all towards the red, and then we'll pair them up. So we'll take two patches and pair them together with the blues in opposite corners and the reds in opposite corners, which will cause the seams to nest quite nicely. And then we'll have our 4 patches. If I didn't stop to chat and share on the live stream, I bet I could have gotten this finished in about a 3-hour window. But because I like to stop and chat and stretch and share what y'all are working on, I don't think I'll finish it tonight. That's okay. I got it started, and I'll be within a stone's throw of having it finished when the live stream is over, and I can show it to you next week when it's all done.
That was a bust.
What?
She doesn't want any either.
What did you get her?
Like you got last night
Just vanilla?
with gummy bears and marshmallow.
She's probably still upset at Jason.
Yeah, because when I said ice cream, I don't want any. I said, okay, it's in the freezer.
She'll want it
She'll
later.
eat it when she's ready.
They're both upset with each other. It's a whole thing.
I'll just sit here and eat mine and listen to you.
Okay, sounds good. What did you get? What did you get?
It's a praline.
That's a big sundae.
It's 2 scoops of ice cream. One is Rocky Road.
Oh, yum.
One is praline.
Quiltessa said she'll take Zoe's.
Okay, come on, Quiltessa. We'll eat it together.
Oh, not up here. Oh, Sarah, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it.
When is your next Zoom call?
The June 26th. Oh, yeah. So that's a good thing to talk about. So if you are paying at that $4.99 level for the YouTube Perks program, there will be a Zoom on Sunday, June 26th at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And we're going to follow the cathedral window pattern by Shabby Fabrics to make a cathedral window quilted pillow cover. So I've got that information on my calendar on my website. If you sign up and you are an active member for the spools level, which is that $4.99 recurring tip donation, this Zoom is just for you. So make sure to hop over to the website and register for the Zoom if you haven't done that already. All right, I'm going to finger press all of these towards the right. You're welcome, Rich. I probably don't even need to finger press like this. I think I can do it as I go. So I'm just going to pull randomly my 4 patch, and I'm just going to make sure that my my seam is behind the red, and the red and the blue are going in opposite directions. I think this will save me some time if I just kind of hold it and then press it later. Oop. Did I get it? No. That bug you let in is zooming around here. Did I get it? I don't know. Maybe? Terry, that's okay. Terry Luxon, thank you for joining Spools. Don't forget to check out the website and register for the Cathedral Window Zoom. It'll be a lot of fun. He just came right on in. He was like, bright lights! Karen Muse, thank you for joining Spools. Don't forget to check out the website for the Zoom information. And da-da, 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 dun, 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 dun. Bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. Bum, 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 bum. Those Zoom calls, by the way, I do once a month. It's the last Sunday of every month, unless I need to rearrange my calendar, but it's the last Sunday of every month. We do a project live on Zoom, and it's just for the Spools members, just for those that are at that $4.99 level on YouTube. I use the money from that tip jar, that recurring tip jar, to help with my YouTube expenses, which also helps fund giveaways and prizes and fun things that I do. So I do give a portion of that money back to the sewing community, right back to you guys in giveaways and other fun things. But we do it every month. So if you're not able to join this month, don't worry about it. Come back next month. We'll be doing it then too. It's not a one-time thing. It'll be there every month. I did. So Mom's saying you guys are asking a little bit more about what Spools is. So let me just explain what that is a little bit in better detail. YouTube has the ability to turn on channel memberships, and you can provide, I did get the bug. There it is. You can provide your channel members, the members of your channel, exclusive content or nothing. It's just a way to get like your subscribers, some of your subscribers, viewers, whatever, can help financially support a channel. They can back a channel by becoming a channel member. I don't like calling it a membership program because I don't feel like that's really what it is. This is a recurring tip, in my view. It is a recurring tip that you can set up to allow YouTube to charge you. YouTube will charge you $4.99 per month, and then I will get a percentage of that $4.99 as part of my YouTube revenue. To give back, I have created some perks on the channel. So I have 2 levels for the YouTube perks program. For the Bobbins level, it costs $1.99 a month, and it's a recurring charge that YouTube takes from you. I don't touch your card. I don't charge your card. I don't touch your account. YouTube does all of that stuff. It's a recurring $1.99 charge that'll come out of your account, off your card, and I'll get a portion of that money. And for that, your name is a different color in the chat. You have access to different emojis in the live chat. And I can't remember what else is there, but there's it's just like the live chat type of benefits. There's a second level called Spools, and the Spools level is $4.99, and you get all the same benefits at that level that the Bobbins have, but the exclusive thing that you get from the $4.99 level is exclusive access to a Zoom call that I do once a month where we do a workshop together. And then the money that I collect from those memberships, recurring donations, really is what it is. I'm able to use that money to help pay for giveaways and other YouTube operating costs. because running a YouTube channel is not free. Got to pay for equipment and stuff. Ooh, Quiltessa says, I'm out of commission with my wrist broken. My son ordered Kobe Japanese to be delivered. OMG, it was fantastic. Better than being there and a ton of food, right? Their stuff is good. I like them. If you guys want to join, there should be, I think you have to do it from a computer, but there should be a join video underneath, or a join button underneath all of my videos. But if you go to my website, actually, if you do exclamation donate, you'll get a link to that page on my website. But on my website, I have a link to it as well. So if you can't find the join button, you go to my website, you'll find it all there.
I'd like to have some of that Japanese.
Ugh, I'm still full from dinner. I had way too much food at dinner. I hope I explained all that correctly. All right, I hope I explained it adequately enough that you understand what I was talking about. No join button on my iPad. Yeah, you probably have to do it from a computer. And if you can't do it from, the other thing you could try to do is go to my website, SEWBECCA.com, and I think it says like support, donate in the menu bar somewhere. If you click on that, there is a link to joining, and maybe that would help. Maybe that will take you where you need to go.
Update it in the chat with it.
Oh, good. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you, Terry. No problem, Janet. Laptop does have it. Computer does have it. But as a reminder, when I rolled this out, I got a little bit of folks that were worried that my videos were going to paid. I was switching the channel to a paid for platform. That's not the case. All my videos on YouTube are still free. I'm not going to charge you to watch my YouTube videos. That's what the ads are for. And I am not creating videos in another platform that I'm not posting on YouTube. 100% of my videos are on YouTube. They are free. The only thing that is different is I do a Zoom workshop with folks that are donating $4.99 a month. That's it. Hi, Katie. How are you? Tracy. Tracy said, and I'll tell you because this is all public knowledge. Tracy wants to know how much, actually we'll go here. How much of that $4.99 actually goes to you? So YouTube does keep 30% off of the top. So they keep $1.50. I get $3.50. But they host everything for me. I can give you guys some little perks in the chat. I can see your name a different color. I can give you guys some fun emojis. It does help me see in my studio app when I'm managing the channel. Channel members' comments pop up first, so you kind of get priority access to first responses. I read your comments first. Like, it helps me a little bit with the YouTube channel. So I look at it like, maybe there are ways that I can change that platform to another service like my website or whatever. But in the grand scheme of things, that $1.50 I'm paying per person does end up, it does give us something. So maybe in the future I'll change it. But for right now, I'm kind of happy where things are. Everything comes in from YouTube. It's one revenue stream to keep up with. Katie says, I'm doing somewhat better, but pneumonia has been kicking my butt. Oh no. Did you make it back home? Which pattern are you making with your beautiful fabric? Sherlock Sews wants to know. I am making the July Stars Table Runner from Cluck Sew. If you look at the top of the chat, there is a blue bubble. And if you click on that blue bubble, it'll give you a link to the PDF version of the pattern.
Katie's still in California.
Still in Cali, huh? Thank you, Mom. That really helps when you do that. I actually think I like you in here a little bit better.
It's going to cost you ice cream.
Okay, so apparently I get Mama Sunday every Friday, and she'll sit in here instead of just talking in the chat and just. It's easier, like it. I don't need you to read every comment out, but when they have questions, it's nice to have that
But I'd
audible.
rather ask you like this than.
Text it, yeah.
And I got my ice cream wrong.
Oh no. But you're still eating it, so it can't be all bad.
They were supposed to give me a banana, not marshmallow.
Mom said they were supposed to give her a banana, not marshmallows in her sundae.
Hi, Katie.
Mama says hi, Katie. We actually have your quilt top draped over the long arm because it's going up there this weekend. So you guys keep an eye on Instagram, because as I quilt Katie's quilt top, I will be posting pictures and little video clips to Instagram. I may even do a YouTube time lapse of me quilting it. I don't know. We'll have to see about that. All right, all of these are pressed, and so now I'm just going to come in. I finger press them first. I don't know why I finger press everything first, because it just adds time. I could have totally pressed these with my iron and I would have been done now. Sometimes you need to finger press or hand press before you do the iron, but you don't always need to do that. Certainly didn't need to do that with a 4-patch.
Katie says, "Yay! I want to see."
Yay, she does want to see. That was the one thing that she asked. She was like, "Can I please see the quilt? At least see the quilt before you send it into Sew Yeah." So I want to get all of the Alaska quilts. Lori Fayer sent one to me last year to quilt. That one's quilted and bound. I think a balloonist, I think her name is Mona. She sent me one. I want to get that one quilted and bound. Actually, all of them are quilted and bound except for this one from Katie. And I think balloonists has to be loaded and quilted. So my plan is to get both of those. I've got them on the schedule, Mom. I need to get both of those quilted and bound before the end of the month, because I want to get them in the mail by July 1st. I don't know if I'll have time to make one myself, but I consider donating the time to quilt them a charity thing. So maybe that's all I'm doing this year.
Did you share on SEWBECCA me working on the long arm today?
Oh, no, I did not, but I will post. I've been showing Mom how to use the long arm. So that's been a lot of fun. All right. Oh, okay. Tracy said she thinks finger pressing actually aids with iron pressing. Oh my gosh, there's that big bug. Did you see it?
No.
Oh, like it startled me.
Like you startled me 2 or 3 times.
Oh my gosh, it's huge. Can I send in a quilt for Alaska? Julie, only if you're okay with me sending the quilt into Alaska. Like, do you mean, can you send one into Sew Yeah? Yes, go to sewyeahquilting.com. You'll get all the information. If you want me to quilt it, I have no more bandwidth for this year. So if you are okay with it being quilted and donated next year, we can talk. Send me an email. All right. That's the first 2 steps of this pattern. Now, the second step is to take a 4-patch. We're going to make 6 of these.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no.
It's not our fault that your sugar's going to be high.
Okay, so we're going to make 6 rows of that, and then down here. So I'm going to make 6 rows of this first. 1, 2, 3. Stupid gnat outside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 5 more 4 patches, making sure to put the blue in the upper left-hand corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we're going to sew this row and this row together. Whoops.
Your nails really sparkle under those lights.
Thank you.
You had several comments.
I like getting my nails done. I always like to pick nail polish that has a little bit of glitter in it. It makes me very happy.
Beautiful. Oh,
Joyce Baker, thank you for joining Spools. Don't forget to check out the website for the Cathedral Windows Workshop. It'll be a lot of fun. All right, so I've done that 6 times. Now I'm going to add this solid white square to the white, to the right, to the white. Add the white to the white, the white to the right.
the guy who sews says he loves the sewing machine camera angle.
Thank you, Sean. Sean is has a podcast on YouTube. He does weekly vlogs on Saturdays.
Oh, okay.
Damn it, I missed it again. Well, here's the bright thing. This little gnat got in the house when Mom went on her ice cream excursion, but gnats don't live very long, so it'll be dead tomorrow. Whoop whoop, get back.
Oh, Quiltastic. No, I haven't been working on those for lately.
What did she ask?
If I was still doing the hexes.
No, Mama hasn't been working on the hexies lately. She's been crocheting and hand binding and working on sashiko.
Yes.
But she does like working on hexies. She goes back and forth with them.
So yeah, I'll work on something for just so long, and when I get tired, I always come back to it.
Made her do the long arm for 5 minutes today.
We discovered I could do parts.
And loops. I started her off and I was like, okay, just make some cursive E's. And she did them perfectly. I was like, nice, you're a natural. Like she did good. And then it's so funny. I was like, I had the stitch regulator on, and with the stitch regulator, by the way, all of these, it says, I don't know what direction we're going to press them. I'm just going to leave these all chained together, and we're going to build the middle row, which is, let me give you the overhead shot. Let me lay this out and then I'll talk. So we're going to do up and then down. We're going to do this 6 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 5. And then this is 6. Okay. And then in the middle, we'll do a 4 patch. So with blue in the upper left-hand corner, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll set these aside. Okay, so the long arm story. I loaded some practice batting on the long arm, and I decided I wanted to just spend some time doing some practice. So I got Mom up and I was like, why don't you come over here and try this? I turned on the stitch regulator for her. And for those of you that don't know what a stitch regulator is, it's basically a computer in the long arm or a regular sewing machine, but it's a computer in the sewing machine where you tell it how many stitches per inch you want. And then when you move the machine, the stitch regulator will keep up with the speed at which your hands are moving, and it'll only stitch when the machine is moving, as opposed to constantly moving and you have to keep the fabric or the needle moving. The machine only stitches when the quilt is being moved, or your needle is being moved rather. And it keeps all of your stitches evenly spaced. So you don't have to worry about instances where your stitch is really big here and really tight over there. You can just make the design. And for most quilters, that's how they would need to start, or would like to start, I guess. I don't know. I never had a stitch regulator when I started. I had to teach my hands how to do it. So I put her on it, turn on the stitch regulator, and she does a whole bunch of moving all over the place. And I go look at it when she's done, and Mom was going faster than the stitch regulator could keep up with. She was just like, all over the place. And so I was like, okay, here, hold on. And I turned the regulator off, and I was like, practice keeping a fluid, even motion. And she was like, okay. And so she starts going. And I turned it on max speed, like 1,800 stitches per minute. I was like, okay, you can have the whole thing, like as fast as you want to go. And she was still like kind of all over the place. And so I was like, okay, let's practice slowing down a little bit. And just focusing on getting nice, even stitches. So don't do like jerky movements. Do like hold it, like, you know how when you're working with weights they tell you to release it slowly instead of just, but whenever you're like slowly let it down, that's what you should be doing, so it's a constant even movement. And so I slowed the stitching down, and she was doing that for a second. She goes, but I want to go fast. I was like, okay. So I turned it up to 1,800, and she just started going and she just scribbled all over a piece of fabric. But she was really happy because she made hearts. And then I took over and I did some ribbon candy. And I just did a small area of the practice piece. I was just doing ribbon candy. I turned the stitches per minute down while I was doing it. And Mom's watching me do it. She goes, well, I could do that. And I was like, okay. And of course, she wanted it on 1,800 stitches per minute while she was doing it. I was like, yeah, okay, you're all right. We're just going to let you play. Have fun. You did good, though. Like, you could do more of that if you wanted to. Well, you tried it. That's all I can ask.
If I get the urge, I'll let you know. But I could make hearts.
She could make hearts, and she could make E's, and she was happy.
God, Rich wants to know, where did you get a stitch regulator? He needs one.
I think it depends on the machine that you have. Not all machines have the ability to support them. So I would talk like Not all machines have the ability to support them. All right, we're going to cut, no, we're going to leave these chained because that's my middle row. Now we're going to build our bottom row, which is, dun, da, da, da. It's going to be 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then oh, they're over here. So these are going to go here in the middle with the red pointing up. We're going to do a white square on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the left. And then we're going to do 4 patches on the left with the blue in the upper left-hand corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we'll make that row now. Vicky got 1 block done. Awesome. I will definitely not be finishing this in the next minute. Yeah, Rich, I would echo what Virginia said. With enough practice, you won't need a stitch regulator. It's a little bit of a learning curve at first, but I forced myself on my mid-arm to understand the balance between the sound of the machine and the speed with which I'm moving the quilt, or in this case, now that I have a long arm, the needle. There's something so soothing to me about the sound of the machine. When I turn the stitch regulator off, I really get into a zen because I have to just clear my mind and focus on the stitching and nothing else. With the regulator, it's okay, but it's a different type of quilting. The regulator has its place for sure. It makes some things easier, but if you can do it without a regulator, then you can do everything. But if I find there are things that are harder to do with a regulator, like micro quilting is really hard to do, I think, with the regulator on. The biggest problem with having the regulator off is that the machine doesn't stop stitching if you stopped moving. It just, you'll get them all stuck right there. I am more successful in a manual mode on my sit-down long arm. Yep, same. There are things that I really do like the stitch regulator for, but by and large, I enjoy my time more in manual mode than cruise. In manual mode? Well, you could try that.
I might.
All right, now we've got our top, bottom, and hey, Pat. We've got our top, middle, and bottom rows. So I'm just going to lay them into piles of top, middle, and bottom. And we'll put these 3 rows together to make our blocks. And then this is the first half. The second half of the quilt is making the star blocks, which we haven't even started on, and I will probably do one on the show tonight so that you can see what the star block looks like. I'm just going to chop all these threads, and then you'll put them together the way the pattern lays them out. I'll demonstrate the quilt block for the star, and then maybe that'll be all we do tonight, because I don't want to do a 3-hour live stream. I feel like I lose people after 2 hours. Quite honestly, I lose my brain after 2 hours. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to do. It takes a lot of energy out of you. I'm focusing on the tech, I'm focusing on the sewing, I'm focusing on teaching, I'm focusing on all the things. By the time the 2 hours is up, I'm like... Did I get it? Nope. Okay. Let's build one of these blocks so you can see what it'll look like. This will be in the top. Then we have the 4-patch one in the middle. This is the middle. And then the bottom is the 4-patch on the side. Nope. Yep. So this is what they'll look like when they're all put together. I'm just going to press these so that the seams will nest. The pattern says... It actually doesn't say... Oh, press seams open. I'm not pressing the seams open. I'm going to press the top and bottom rows. The seams are being pressed out. The middle row I am pressing into the center. And then I'm going to sew this together to make one block. You're going to make 6 of these units. And then I'll show you how to make the star block. Oh. Teresa has a stitch regulator on her long arm and she enjoys it. I enjoy mine too. I just also enjoy manual mode. But here's where I think the stitch regulator comes in real handy for me. When I want my stitches to look good and I don't want clumps of really tight stitches, because I get those every time I play with manual mode. There's nothing wrong with playing with the regulator, by the way. Rich says, yes, it can take a toll on you. That's a lot. Talking and keeping up with the tech and the chat and the project and the teaching. It's a lot of work. But I enjoy doing it. So here I am.
How many years have you been online?
I started my YouTube. Mom asked how many years I've been doing YouTube now. I uploaded my first batch of videos in December 2018. So
Wow, has it been that long?
3.5 years, yeah.
Wow. Shaw House says that that's a great design. It would also work well for seasonal colors, like the fall and Christmas.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. So this block, when it's all put together, they're saying should square up to 9.5 inches. So I'm just going to give this a good press. Very scrappy. Oh, you can't even see because I've got you on the machine. Here it is.
Auntie L. Handman said she's glad she found you. And so, yeah.
That is Lori. Yes. I am glad you found me there too.
Oh, that's pretty.
So because of the way we pieced it, so this is our 4-patch, this is a 4-patch, and this is a 4-patch. And then we made a little, almost like 4-patch, really, with 2 whites here and a white here and then a red. And we did that here, 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 and here. So it's kind of going along our 4-patch. And we're just making sure to alternate the colors each step of the way. And it gives you this like diagonal design. And so what's going to happen is you're going to lay one of these blocks out and then a star, and then another one and then a star, and then another one and then a star. And that's going to be your top row. And then the bottom row, you're going to have a star and then this, and then a star and then this, and then a star and then this. And it's going to give you this zigzag. I'm going to just open it up so you can see a little bit better. It's going to give you this zigzag pattern. So your stars are going to cascade and your lines are going to cascade. That's how it's going to look when it's all done. So what we've been building out tonight are these little blocks right here. This block here, this, 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 and this. And I said I was going to show you how to make the star block, but it's after 10 o'clock and my brain hurts. So I don't know that I can do that. But I kind of want to. I don't think I'm going to. I can't do it. I can't do it. I bit off more than I could chew, and that's okay. So what I will do, if you have the pattern, continue working on it. You've got some homework. I've got some homework. We'll work on these over the weekend and see what we come up with. I will show you what my table runner looks like next Friday, but this is going to sit here and I will work on it over the long weekend. Let's take a look at Facebook and see what else you guys have been working on, and then we'll call it a night. So I'm going to go to my Facebook page. We're going to refresh this. SEWBECCA, another time. Oh, not sure what that means, but okay. Stephanie Harris, we've got the EPP. Oh, here we go. Betsy Clements, I just realized that all my blue squares are in the wrong spot. To pick it out or leave them. Same project box and Becca and pattern Becca was working on tonight. Leave them. Just leave them. You're not going to, I wouldn't have noticed this unless I looked for it. It's scrappy enough. Just leave it. If you want to pick them out, you can. But the reality is when you look at your pattern, when you look at this, what your eye is really going to be drawn to most likely are the stars. So I would leave it and call it a design choice. Nobody's going to look at your table runner and go, oh, you should have had the blue all going down the middle. Don't worry about that. Just keep going.
Yeah.
Oh, Vicky Lemire says, it's just a block for the double wedding ring. That's gorgeous. Bye, Shelly. Have a great weekend. Bye, Linda. Thank you for sticking it out. I know it's really late there. Gina says, I made an eyeglass case and a zipper pouch. I'm using the pre-quilted fabric from Joann's. I forgot to buy a longer zipper to put to make the purse to match. It's going to be a big printout. That's really nice. I need to make a purse this weekend, actually. That's the same quilt from Denise. Aw, Susan did she stitched some angels on her embroidery machine tonight. That's awesome. I love those. You guys, Susan also has a YouTube channel you should check out. Tanya says, I've been working on this. I'm going to add a white border and then a blue floral one. I think that's going to be gorgeous. Look at all those pinwheels. Nancy guessed this is without my fur baby in it. Looks like a crazy quilt. I love that. Colleen says, thank you, Becca and everyone. Actually, I'm going to watch the Parade of Beautiful from your Facebook group first. Wendy Curtis, this is what I'm working on while I watch. That's gorgeous. I love the quilting that you did in the Red Star. And that's the link that you shared. We talked about this one already. I think we've gone through all of the, oh, yep, we talked about that. That's the exploding hearts. I'll refresh and see if anything else is in the group before we end the live stream tonight. I don't think so, but let's give it a minute to pop in. I don't see anything new in the recent media. That's why I think that, by the way. Okay, I think we're all set. All right, guys. You know what time it is. It's time for me to rest my brain and get some sleep. And time for y'all to go anywhere but here. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here because I'm ending the live. Don't forget to check out the Brightside Quilt Along Block 10, which will drop at 9 a.m. on Sunday morning. And come on back next Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, where we'll be sewing live for a couple hours with the one and only Laura Lynn from Mom and Pop Quilt Shop. I'll see you guys all then. Bye!